Hello, and welcome back to my face, and some good news. We have good news about Update 120.1. It has been basically 3 weeks since we last heard, since the last comment test, and everything's been very doom and gloom. Everything has been very depressing since then. And as of 30 minutes ago, Wargaming finally released an update, a press statement as of sorts, um, with some good news for the community. And I'm going to literally try and keep this video as short as possible, break it down, and just let you know it. So you don't want to read the article or whatever, it's here. Okay, the changes to update 120.1 as listed by Wargaming are for World of Tanks Plus, they are now basically saying you cannot remove bond equipment for free. That's good. Everyone said that was dumb. Everyone agreed in the community. They've listened and they've removed that. Thank God. Really good change, Wargaming. Everything else about World of Tanks Plus is staying the same. As of right now that we know of, they said there's going to be some minor tweaks. It might be price tweaks because this technically devalues it. That's basically it for World of Tanks Plus. Crew changes. They are not introducing the new and the rebalanced perks in their current state. So they've basically said in their press statement their intended goal was never to increase the amount of crew skills required to be competitive. Whether that's 100% true or not, that's up for debate. But this is them listening to us. This is them taking the feedback the community have given them and actually listening, which for Wargaming is actually an incredible thing. So we take what we can get and do not complain. That's incredible. So basically, the crew changes as they were planned, which was the big bad bit about update 120.1 is not happening. This I'm going to tell you now what is actually going to be happening with the crew update. So they've basically changed it from a major rework of the crew skills to basically a quality of life update, which is fine. Honestly, if they were to do a quality of life update with what they're planning to introduce here and leave it at that, I think a lot of us would be pretty okay with that. But they'd basically taken the good bits from the crew changes and implemented them, which is good. I'm happy with that. Perks are going to take effect from 1%. So if you've got Brothers in Arms trained to one crew member, it's going to start taking effect from 1%. That's good. Everyone liked that change. It was completely balanced. Just a good quality of life change. The removal of the experience penalty for injured crew members at the end of the game. Removed. Good. No reason for that really to exist. So that's good. They're introducing the interface which they had on the common test for the situational perks. So, for example, when you had you activated intuition, it came with like a little thing at the bottom which basically said you've activated intuition, or whenever you had other kind of situational perks activated. Obviously, it's not going to include the new situational perks because they're not being introduced, but the existing ones. So we're talking adrenaline rush. Those kind of ones. It's going to basically tell you when it's been activated, so you no longer have to guess. That's a really good change. That was one of my favourite things from the crew changes, so I'm very happy they're actually introducing that. And we're also getting some new perk descriptions, which is, for veteran players is pretty irrelevant because we know what the perks do. But for new players, very, very good change because the crew system is confusing. No matter how much you change about it, it is always going to be confusing. So increased and, more detailed descriptions as to what they do will help the newer players. So I'm all for that. Also, I've not included this in my little list here, but the crew skills are now going to show in the right hand side widget as to what effect it has on your vehicle characteristics, which is a good change. Just makes everything a little bit more like plain and simple, which is exactly what's needed. And basically, just to finish off, they've finished off the article with saying they have more content coming for 2023. They're going to go away and they're going to rework the crew system again by the looks of it, and probably present later this year their ideas. But the fact that they've listened here is a good sign. It means that if they plan to introduce stuff in the future, and the community do not like it, it's a good sign that they will actually listen to us and actually take our feedback on board and just not listen to us, which is what they've done in the past. It looks like they're trying to turn a new leaf with the community. They're releasing these new roadmaps and they're basically trying to communicate with us a lot more, which I am all for, and I think every single person is all for. So basically, we have an upcoming roadmap, like what we did in January of this year, basically telling us what they have planned for late this year, which is probably going to include British wheeled mediums and whatever else they have planned. So probably a lot of tank reworks. I think we're still expecting some reworks on tanks like the Bat Chat and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I do want to know your thoughts on this, because there is still an opportunity here for us to provide feedback. There might be bits in here which we don't like, or there might still be good bits which they've not introduced from the update. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, I shall see you all very soon. Bye.